Everybody loves puppies, don't they? Tiny little bundles that brighten every day. Black labs running circles in the summer sun. Collies in the meadow having so much fun. Poodles with their fluffy curls. Pyrenees watching over boys and girls. We all had a puppy once upon a time, a memory that still makes our hearts shine. You pet them, you hug them, you give them treats. Little paws following down every street. Through the laughter and the tears they stay, loving us a little more every day. They're cute and cuddly, friendly and true, always there no matter what you're going through. A wagging tail can make the darkest skies turn blue. Love the puppies, love the dogs, love the joy they bring us all along. From the smallest bark to the loudest howl, they fill our hearts and they make us smile. Love the puppies, everyone, playing in the grass and chasing the sun. Through every season, come what may, a dog's love never fades away. Sir Winston loved his faithful friends, Rufus by his side until the very end. Audrey Hepburn walking down the avenue with Mr. Famous tagging along too. Alexander the Great had Peritas near, a loyal companion through triumph and fear. Queen Elizabeth's corgis ran through palace halls, proof that puppy love unites us all. Great leaders know what simple hearts can teach, a lesson of loyalty within our reach. No title, throne, or victory above can never replace the good dog's love. Love the puppies, love the dogs, love the joy they bring us all along. From the smallest bark to the loudest howl, they fill our hearts and they make us smile. Love the puppies, everyone, playing in the grass and chasing the sun. Through every season, come what may, a dog's love never fades away. The Wyatt Army loves them too, every shape, every size, every shade and hue. From Holly the Dachshund, so little and bright, to CT the German Shepherd standing proud and upright. The Colonel's loved his puppies through the years, sharing happy moments and drying countless tears, because the bond between a dog and friend is a story that never truly ends. Some people spend their days spreading doubt and noise, but puppies remind us of life's simple joys. True hearts see clearly, they always do. A wagging tail speaks louder than rumors ever could. Love the puppies, love the dogs, love the friends who walk beside us all along. From Paw Patrol adventures to Lassie's faithful ways, they've been lighting up our lives for generations of days. Love the puppies, everyone, running free beneath the golden sun. From puppy paws to silver muzzles gray, we'll love our dogs forever and a day. Everybody loves puppies, yes it's true, and every grown-up dog was once a puppy too. So raise a treat, share a smile, stay a while, and let those happy tails stretch another mile. Love the puppies, love the dogs, love the friends who love us most of all.
Turn down the noise and listen close. Truth not hide forever. Hey. Colonel in the O's, Wyatt Army, stand up. Hey. Legacy media all around. headlines spinning round and round, selling fear from town to town, trying to keep the people down. Lies and fake news every day, misinformation on display. Disinformation lights the way, leading sheep so far astray. Little lambs in line, trusting everyone in sign, marching where them say is fine, never asking who designed. Truth gets traded for political gain, again and again and again, while ordinary people feel the strain, caught in somebody else's game. Resistance is futile, them say, just obey what you're told today. But the people waking up anyway, and the truth keeps finding a way. Resistance is futile, them cry, while their stories never quite comply. You can see it with your own two eyes. Truth lives on, it never dies. Them divide people left and right, turning neighbors into fights, clouding up what should be bright, hiding facts out of sight. They use people then discard, push narratives strong and hard. When the evidence leaves them scarred, them simply move the goalposts yard by yard. Cognitive dissonance in the air, contradictions everywhere, yet some still pretend not to care. Like the emperors got close to it, but a movement's growing every day, not from rage and not from hate, just folks who choose to investigate before it's far too late. Resistance is futile, them say, just obey what you're told today. But the people waking up anyway, and the truth keeps finding a way. Resistance is futile, them cry, while their stories never quite comply. You can see it with your own two eyes. Truth lives on, hey, it never dies. Come and get a daily dose of reality. No hysteria, no manufactured tragedy. Take a little break from propaganda and insanity, and step into a place of clarity. Inoculation against fake news infection, yellow journalism without direction. Question everything, make your own inspection. Truth should never fear examination. Join the kernel, hear the story. Without all the money, facts should glory. Facts before ideology, that's the art of honest reporting. The Wyatt Army isn't just a name, it's ordinary people in the game, thinking freely, not seeking fame, refusing to be led by shame. Just chill, relax and hear the scene, see what all the headlines mean. Objectivity sharp and clean like a river flowing crystal green. No need for panic, no need for fear. Take a look and make it clear. When the facts and evidence appear, the signal rises through the smear. Resistance is futile, them clear, yet more people question all the same. Searching truth beyond the frame, and refusing to play the game. Resistance is futile, no more. People knocking on reality's door, seeking facts they're looking for, and finding what they can't ignore. Yeah man, truth shines brighter than confusion. The noise fades, the facts remain. Colonel Chris and the Wyatt Army, keeping it cool, keeping it real. Resistance is futile when the truth is coming true. Fade out. Truth, 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 truth. Ooh, truth, truth. Ah, da, 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 da. Truth, 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 truth.
Monday evening, June 8th, 2026. just a few weeks away from America's 250th anniversary of our Declaration of Independence from Great Britain. Folks, we're getting close. It's coming very close here, celebrating 2.5 centuries of the greatest experiment in human polity ever, even better than ancient Greece or Rome. Yes, welcome back to the program on a Monday night. Monday, just another Manic Monday. Yes, sound is good on this side, just double checking. Just another Manic Monday, as the Bangles once sang. Yeah, that was a great song. Just another Manic Monday. Wish it was Sunday. No, I don't wish it was Sunday. Sunday was a busy day for me. Wow, early morning research, then an interview with a refugee, Wimpy Kern, after the Wimpy interview, then the news, after the news, a short break, then the Refugee Cafe Clutch. After the Refugee Cafe Clutch, I had to run into the Veterans Organization, back from the Veterans Organization, and I did something else Sunday night, and then we had night owls. A busy day. Yeah, I wish it was Friday. Well, I'm not in a hurry for Friday. I'm flying to Atlanta this Friday, and then we will be having a meet and greet in Decatur, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, about 4 p.m. on Friday, the 12th of June. And so what's with this computer? Its indexing sucks. Suddenly it's getting slow on me again. So here's the Decatur meet and greet. I'm waiting for confirmation for the Greenville location that it's approved. I've already made the flyer for it. But this is the Decatur meet and greet at the Kenridge Apartments this Friday evening, Friday afternoon, I should say. About 4 p.m. is the plan. So there you go. Decatur meet and greet, Friday, June 12th, 4 p.m., 3893 Kensington Road, the Kenridge Apartments in Decatur, Georgia. I will be there for the meet and greet. Expect to go to about 6 p.m. I'll speak. Happy to meet with people. I do intend to do a few quick interviews with people on the sidelines if they're up for it. So there you go. That is the Decatur, Georgia meet and greet. A typical old-style southern neighborhood you can see there with the big porches and the portals and the columns. Lovely architecture there in Decatur, Georgia. That is coming up this Friday. On Saturday, there'll be a meet and greet in Greenville, South Carolina. Still waiting for confirmation. I don't want to put that up on the screen just yet. If you're wondering where that photograph is taken, it's a selfie taken at Rorke's Drift in 2022. When I visited Rorke's Drift in 2023, and I visited Rorke's Drift in 2023. That's where that photograph comes from. And that rain jacket, unfortunately, is torn on me. That's a Japan Rugby World Cup rain jacket, and I just can't quite get it sewn, stitched back together. Got someone helping me on that, but it's not going well at the moment. So anyway, that's what that jacket is. Well, Freya says, hope to see you in Greenville. Okay, Freya, likewise. Freya, aren't you somewhere else? You keep getting upset. You keep missing my meet and greets. I'm trying to remember. You're not in Charlotte, are you? Anyway, so yeah, that'll be Greenville on Saturday. The plan is 1 p.m. I'm waiting for confirmation. Let me see if that's come in while I'm sitting here. I'll see if someone's written to me. Okay. Hang on. Okay, just writing to someone. Am I still online? That's a little bit disturbing. Okay, I haven't searched my channel in a while, have I, apparently? It says I'm live. There we go. It's just...
This has got to be the most fun way to write songs.
Yeah, it's not the most fun way to write songs. I don't need this advertisement from some African. Okay, don't need an advertisement from some African telling me to use Suno. Okay, so I had to send that off. Michigan next. I haven't been to Michigan yet. I'm in close in Ohio. Georgia, my mind, says Vanessa. Hope to see you in Greenville, says Freya. Okay. Yeah, slight buffer. Okay, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Let me just double check my speed right now. Okay. Yeah, it was acting up yesterday. I don't know what the deal was. Let me see how the speed is doing tonight. My upload is or download is really pissing me off. I'm paying for a gigabyte and I'm not getting a gigabyte. But the upload is fine. I was getting 40 megabytes yesterday. Now I'm getting 27. These speeds should not vary that much, particularly at this hour when no one's online, you know. Watching Firefly's Lightning. Well, I actually like the show Firefly. Josh Whedon's Firefly, one of my favorite all-time shows. Okay, lost the signal for us. Yeah, I think it was my end. Okay, so by the way, good evening to everybody here. So, look, this audience size between 60 and 120, 150 is really a sweet spot. It's almost like back before the channel blew up last year. And gained a lot of followers and subscribers. And we had hundreds of people and 1,500 people in a live chat. And I did my best to keep up with the chat. But with an audience this size, we do a pretty good job keeping up. This is what my live stream was like during the daytime for the news program in October, November, December of 2024. And then in December began to take off the news program and get larger audiences. And then after Trump became president, it really took off. And then the refugee program in early February, and it just accelerated. And we were habitually through August of last year, before I went to the Rugby World Cup in England, we were getting audiences of 1,300 to 1,600 live stream for the news every day. And then people just tailed off. But the news is still pretty good. We get there 300 to 500 or 600 every day. It's not as big as it was last year, but that's still great. But it's harder to chat with everybody, particularly when I'm doing the news. But this is a lot of my OGs are like, they miss the old days. Well, folks, these are the old days right here. And audience is 75. Tune in. Join us right here. This is the audience you're looking for. This is the one you're looking for. This is the size. And the hour makes it possible. And I realize for people in South Africa, it's an inconvenient hour unless you're up early doing farm patrol or where you're going to work. But here in the U.S., it's not bad. I mean, 11 o'clock on the East Coast, unless you're a grandparent, you know, you should be up at this hour. Or you have a job that starts at 5 a.m. And then for people on the West Coast, it's only 8 p.m., so it's a great time for them to tune in. But I'm losing a lot of viewers. Mad Max is busy building his life, and we don't see Mad Max almost ever anymore. It's a bummer. We really like Mad Max being here, but he's got a life to live. That's what I said. You know, that's why I told people, I said, my feelings aren't hurt when people come over here as refugees and then they don't watch the program. I'm bummed out, but my feelings aren't hurt. People have lives. I appreciate that. And, you know, some people only use this channel to, not Mad Max. Mad Max loves his channel, but some people only use this channel to get answers for the refugee program, and that's fine. That's fine. It is a bummer, though. I wish people would be here, but people have lives, you know. I mean, I've given up my life to bring you guys stuff. I mean, trust me, doing a news program at 11 or 12 o'clock every single day, 7 days a week, except for when there's rugby on a Saturday or Sunday, is taxing, and it cramps my day. I have to work everything around that. So meetings and things like that and trips, I have to work all around that. So before I was doing that every day, I had just the radio program on Wednesday nights, which cramped my style. So, yep, I will be freed from one burden this year, though. It looks like October, November will be the last time I'll be doing the War College consulting, because they're changing the nature of the program. So that's going to give me some more time, but I'll be losing some serious coin. Well, it's not that much money, but it's money I'll miss because I used to pay my taxes. So now I have to find some other money to pay my taxes. Anyway, all right. And you're probably saying, pay your taxes. What do you mean pay your taxes? Don't you have income? You pay taxes? Like, yeah, but I'm self-employed, so I've got to pay double taxes. So the money you get when you work for somebody, they take out your portion, your employer pays the other half. I'm my own employer, so I got to pay double taxation. It's really crap. I have to pay 18% for Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. We're not live. There we go. Well, it looks like I might actually be offline now. Medicare, Medicaid. All right, well, that's really disturbing. Anyway, Charles Van Onslo's been around quite a bit. Art Queen Liza, how are you doing in Florida? John says, thank you. You're a real colonel trooper. Well, thank you. Good troopy, huh? Chris is back. Chris is here for the news. Yeah, well, Chris, that's daytime. This is Night Owls. It's a chat session. Yes, EB, I think there's something going on here with my provider. So, third month now and only starting to calm down. I try and pop in as often as I can. My family owe you a lot. There you go, Iceman. So your third month here now, and only now starting to pop in. Exactly. But there's a lot going on when people arrive. You've got to hit the ground running. I don't blame people for not watching the program. If you're a refugee and you come over here, you've got to get a place to stay. You've got to get your medicals done, get your cultural orientation. But more importantly, you got to get Social Security number, EAD. You've got to find a job. You've got to find transportation. Get a driver's license. These are the things you need to focus on, not watching my program. You need to do that, and not watching any other content creators program. Get those things taken care of. If you have time and the inclination, please come back to the channel. I mean, we miss people. It was a lot of people, a lot of fun. I mean, I missed the brew. The brew was a lot of fun when he was alive, but unfortunately, the COVID got him. I miss Dion Herb. I miss him a lot. He was a lot of very helpful guy. Worked really hard for me. The 2020 municipal elections, on the ground, the Western Cape, going to polling stations for me, and just really big support of the program. Erica's medical situation has made her a scarce person on the program. I miss Erica, even though she had a bad habit of deleting people who shouldn't be deleted. We had to fix that all the time. There was a time when John Jarvis was a good viewer, and then he just disappeared. So I don't know what his deal is, but you miss people when they go. And Chris is dealing with an illness here. Chris, that person got in touch with you, right? I did share that information. You guys are in touch now, I think. Alan's been here since COVID and not a refugee candidate. Exactly, Alan. Yeah. Thank you, Alan. Yep. Yeah, COVID was a different time. Guys, think back about it. The world lost its mind. The world absolutely lost its mind. Some of us didn't, correct? Remember? Who didn't lose their mind? Who didn't lose their mind? Who told the truth? Now, I had to be very careful what words I chose, but I didn't fall for any nonsense. And when I went to the, defeat the mandates rally that took place in D.C. with thousands of people showing up there, it was probably about 25,000, less than I thought, but it was freezing. That's when Dr. Malone was there, and then the two musical performers are there. That was what the heck is that? DJ, what is his name? And somebody help me with that. Drawing a blank on who that was. Come on. Jimmy Levy, yeah. Jimmy Levy and High Res. That's who it was. High Res and Jimmy Levy, yep. That's right. That's who it was. Jimmy Levy and High Res. Yep. God Over Government, that was a great song. Yeah, that was a great song. It got 1.8 million views. Yeah, Jimmy Levy. And this is the rally I was at. So I don't think people realize the amount of admin that has gone here, traveling up and down, signing things. Well, that's for you. What about for your case officers, for USCIS, for ORR? There's a lot of work in every case. We married in secret in COVID. Only mother and father's pastor. Okay. Is it silent? Is anyone else having a problem hearing? Is anyone else having a problem hearing? No, it's on your end. There's nothing wrong with my mic, Alan. Somebody type in or tell Alan it's on him. It's my mic is fine. I just heard it fine. Hey, Cash Jug, or what? Thankfully, some people were telling the truth on YouTube at great personal cost. Some even disappeared and passed away. Yeah, I did a great personal cost, Karen. It cost me my channel. It cost me the trajectory I was on. In 4 months, I was at 23,000 subscribers. I was on a path to hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Sounds good, yeah. You guys need to refresh. Sound is good. Refresh. Somebody type in the chat, refresh. I can hear. Tell them to refresh. The sound is good. I can hear the sound. Tell them to refresh. The sound is good. Yeah, it's not me. It's YouTube. All right, so let's hopefully we won't get a copyright claim on this, but this was awesome. High Res and Jimmy Levy. This was the good days. These guys did some great song. Thank you, Terry. All right, so this is a rally that I was at right there in DC. So let me get that up on the screen, and then let me turn off my camera. Let you check and put my other camera up here. So there we go. It's rocked, man. That was back in the day when the truth tellers were here and being punished on this corrupt platform by censorship at the collusion, the cajoling, or the coercion of corrupt officials in the Biden regime, in the White House staff, at the National Institutes for Health, the Centers for Disease Control, and in the FBI, pressuring tech companies to take down the content of people who were telling the truth, telling the facts, telling it as it was, telling the reality, the lie, the gain-of-function crimes committed by Dr. Malone in China, the behavior of our government suppressing the First Amendment, suppressing the right of assembly, suppressing freedom of worship, the oppression, the criminals in our police system, in our justice system, in our government around the world should be rounded up and prosecuted and spend the rest of their living days suffering in miserable hell in prisons for the deaths they caused needlessly, putting COVID positive patients in nursing homes, shutting down human contact, leading to psychotic development of minor children not learning how to socialize, closing schools, but still taking all of our tax money. These bastards need to be prosecuted. It's time to go after them. Oh, Peter, we learned what it was like to live in a fascist dictatorship, but I knew. I've lived around the world. I knew that was coming. My workplace let us work from home for 5 years. It was a big change for me. Yeah, and it led to horrible productivity drop-off. They restricted churches but allowed riots. Yep. Yvette says, very cool. I wish I knew about YouTube during COVID and Colonel Chris Wyatt. I wish you had too. But Russia's life didn't change. Students can buy stationery, take notes, sync when studying from home. Those that can afford to data, no hot meals, takeaways. Yep. All fast talking. Yeah, no, High Res can really rap fast. I can't keep up with him. He's fast. Remember how they arrested people on the beaches? A friend of mine allowed to fly a rugby festival without COVID jab, but not allowed into the open air stadium to watch the rugby games. Yep. Taylor Goyette. Terry, sorry, I don't remember that. You could buy a beanie at stores like Discount, but camping goods stores weren't allowed to open and sell. Remember, no open-toed shoes in South Africa. No takeaway chickens. What the hell was wrong with these retards? These people, that's the Ramaphosa regime. They need to be able to count. Let's forget about the PPE scandal. Let's forget about the Vreda dairy farm, the arms deal, Oilgate, Travelgate, the constant theft, the Mshlanga Commission, the Zondo Commission, Cat and Mshlanga, all of these criminals. Let's forget about. Let's get these human rights abusers. So Ramaphosa, we respect human rights. No, you don't. You bastards locked up over 250,000 mostly white South Africans to give them criminal records so they can never leave the country, so you could make them suffer for your racial revenge. You pricks, you bastards, you SOBs. Unbelievable. I don't know about the pregnant woman being tackled on the beach. I didn't hear about that. Yeah, you couldn't buy cigarettes, but the Zuma family's cigarette syndicate prospered mightily. Oh, of course, Dion Ladigan. Hey, Dion, long time to see. Dion, yes, of course. In the townships, after they killed, remember who they killed? Collins Kosa. The Sandef murdered Collins Kosa. They beat him to death in Alexander. Remember that? No one's been held to account for that. They murdered black South Africans. And then they just backed out of the townships and let it just run its course while they hung out in upscale neighborhoods in the Western Cape to arrest whites primarily. And the formal cigarette companies are gone now. Yep. Yeah, those bastards destroyed the world. And none of them have been made to face the music. None of them. None of them. Yep. None of them. It's unacceptable.
Don't want you looking up.
Why is that playing? I'm not playing that. That's weird. That's weird. That was weird. Looking for the other song they had that was great. This one's great too. Ironically, Jewish gentleman, yeah. So Yeah, that was another one of the great things. That was going on during COVID. Can't Cancel Us came after it was safe to do things. I appreciate Tom McDonald's song, You Can't Cancel All of Us, but that song would have been more courageous in 2020, 2021, 2022. Sir Glenn Quagmire said, just found out money was moved from Treasury to the Board of Peace Slush Fund, controlled by him, and now there's no money left. I don't know what you're talking about, Sir Glenn Quagmire. There's not a single report on that in the media. Where are you getting this from? That sounds like an emotional response to no facts. You need to calm down, take a deep breath. You come in here with your Trump hatred all the time, so a deep breath will be okay. It'll be much appreciated. Yeah, well, it was a test. It's also maybe an effort to get rid of people, but no one's paid the price for the crimes they commit against humanity. And the ANC says we believe, in human rights. You don't believe in human rights. You suspended human rights over a bogus argument. This is not the way epidemiologists handle pandemics. We know that. That's not what you do. That is not how you respond to a pandemic. You isolate the vulnerable with physical barriers if possible. You quarantine the infected. That's why we used to have leper camps for leprosy. And then the rest of the population is healthy, goes about its business and gets it, survives it, and builds herd immunity. And you get to a certain percentage of the population, then it's not a catastrophe. You'll notice that Ebola, which traditionally has been 85 to 95% fatality rates, and those who survive have a horrible life after that because so much damage is done to the bodies, but 85 to 95% mortality rates in the Congo and Uganda. But when Ebola found its way to West Africa and the Mono River region, the mortality rate dropped to 30 to 40%. Still horrific. I mean, 3 out of 10 people dying from a disease is horrible. It's catastrophic. But it shows you that the virus is mutating so that its hosts survive longer and more hosts survive so they can propagate. And that version will last longer than the deadly one, which wipes everyone out. A slate wiper doesn't serve anybody. A virus that wipes out an entire population dies off too. So you have to have a way to survive, and it mutates. So this is what happens anyway. Young people haven't recovered yet. Got the woke ideology holding our kids. Yep. So someone said they're a pureblood. Also pureblood. When I was at Defeat the Mandates rally, which you saw in that first video, lots of footage from that. When I was there, there were guys holding signs up saying, pureblood semen available. Well, I've got pureblood and pureblood semen available for donation. I'll never forget that. That was so funny. No one prosecuted for the murder. Yep. Saw videos of people running over the border with sacks of cigarette cartons. Yep. The Sufi government gave 500 million. Remember that? 500 million rand to sanitize the schools. For what? The kids have been out of school for 3 months. There's no virus. What a scam. What a scam. The artist, Karen, is high-res, high-R-E-Z, high-res, like high resolution, and Jimmy Levy. I don't think they work together anymore, but they were doing it back then. Tom McDonald's, You Can't Cancel Us, but that came later. Dion says he's healthier now than he ever was. This morning, as I said, South Africa was supposed to become part of the Soviet bloc. What I never mentioned was that no one was even aware of the communication take place. Well, they did intend to come to our house, test us, extract. That's crazy. It's your connection, Wendy. Refresh. You are way behind, Wendy. Refresh your page. Refused to take the vaccine, got dismissed after 23 years of the company. Well, your company committed crimes against you, and shame on them. But they all got away with it, and no one's being held to account. No one is being held to account. This is just so sad. So sad to see. Well, High Res is still out there, but he's not getting many views anymore. It's a shame. Yeah, his views are way down. He's getting 5,000 views. The guy's very talented. How is Tom McDonald doing? I haven't seen Tom McDonald in a while. Has he got anything coming out? Tom McDonald. Let's see. Hang on a second. Struggle Jennings and Caitlin Curtis. That song got 20 million views. Wow. Tom McDonald has 5 million subscribers now, and his songs are, wow, still doing well. Song from 2 months ago was 7 million views. Wow. High Res hasn't kept up, but Tom McDonald has. Wow. Yeah, God, We Need You. That was a great song by Struggle Jennings, and that's Waylon Jennings' grandson, I think, and Caitlin Curtis. She's got a great voice. I'll play just a couple seconds of this because I can't play too much because this one I'll get a copyright claim on.
Separate and segregate, don't celebrate quite yet. The storm is coming, cue for heaven.
Well, song, yeah. Caitlin Curtis and Struggle Jennings. What a great song. Both of them have great voices. It's incredible. That was good stuff. Yeah, that was also, what, 4 years ago? Yeah, 4 years ago during COVID scam. Yep. Yeah, someone said this song and these artists go down history and will never be forgotten. Truly one of the most amazing songs I've ever heard. Yep. Yep. It's a great song. She's got an incredible voice. I haven't heard anything from her since then. But, yeah, people would have been watching during COVID. Maybe the association brings back memories so people will naturally avoid them. Discovery refused to do business with anyone in their premises. No jab. ECR promoted the new vaccine. Injection biannually to fatty stomach tissue. Oh, that's crazy, Karen. Closed for 8 months, no trade. A lot of business closed due to COVID, lost family and friends. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people. The scam. No one's paying for it either. Well, I traveled all over America during COVID, and then I traveled around the world, Europe and Africa. Never got it. I did fall ill during that time frame. First time I've been ill in about 5 years, and tested repeatedly for COVID. They gave me every test I could think of and never tested positive. I had the flu. Yep. The actual flu. Yep. 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 Now, Struggle Jennings and Caitlin Curtis. What a great voice, man. She had an incredible voice there. All right, we're still live. Cool. Angelique wants to know how I am. I'm fine. Roasting in Detroit. It's actually nice. 65 degrees this evening. And what's this? Costco dropped what? They dropped the price on Kirtland. What products? Costco dropped some prices. That'd be nice to hear because they're too expensive, man. Crispy wings went down. Almonds. I want to know if the shrimp went down. Oh, that's nothing. Who needs that? Yeah, no, it's 65 degrees Fahrenheit currently here right now. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. Got a break. The weather is really nice. It was hot there for a few days. It's cool again. Tried applying the social relief grant, but never sent form. Fine print. Need to inform SAPs whenever you move. No end date. Yeah, that's crazy. Werner says Ireland. What about Ireland, Werner? What are you talking about Ireland? What's going on there? Yeah, Peter. That was a fantastic song. There were some really great songs back then. YouTube made a lot of money off that, and because it was music, they didn't, and the guys were clever. They would blur out like you saw in High Res's video. Yeah, no, they lied about who died from what. You know, it's ridiculous. And the scam cost my mother her life, not because she had it, but because they wouldn't let her go to the hospital anymore to get her infusions for her cancer. Switched her to a drug she could take by pills, and within 90 days, she had cancer throughout her body. It was in her skull. It was unbelievable. Yep. Oh, Werner, I didn't see your previous message. That was a long time ago, or it's not here. I don't see a message from you, Werner, so nothing here previously. All it says is Ireland, so it must not have shown up on my side. Yeah, evil people. They got away with it, folks. They got away with it. Let me check and see if I got any responses back on this. Nope. No responses. Huh. Somebody's up in arms. Well, Oh, no, thank you, Siki. No, it's true. I mean, my mother developed stage 4 metastatic lung cancer, which is a short-term, life expectancy. And they started giving her a Keytruda or Truvada. I'm not sure which one, but you get it intravenously, but you have to go to the hospital every 2 weeks, and they do it. She had that for about 18 months, and her cancer didn't advance and actually got slightly smaller. So it was something else. It was something else. And then the COVID scam came, and the hospital wouldn't let anybody come to the hospital unless you're a COVID patient, which is asinine. They should have put them in other facilities. And then they told her to take medication home, and within 90 days she had cancer everywhere. I went to Ohio and I saw her. She was in the hospital. They let me in. I went in to see her, and she was sleeping, and she woke up and she goes, "What are you doing here?" She's like, "You didn't have to come." I said, "Yeah, I did need to come. I mean, it's a 6-hour drive, but I mean, you're not well and, need to come." So I saw her, and I was there for a couple of days, visited my sister, and I saw her again in the hospital like 3 times total. And then I said goodbye to her. And then she was taken out of the hospital about 6 weeks later and taken to a hospice where she passed away a couple of days later. The night that she passed away, I went live 45 minutes after she died to pay tribute to her. I wasn't particularly close to my mom, but my mom did love me. I was her firstborn, and we had a lot in common, both tall. In our young ages, we looked the same, kind of androgynous looking, both cute. So I did that. Some of my OGs were here for that and saw that stream. It was very, very difficult, emotional, but I did it. Yep. Yeah. Was anybody here that watched that stream that night? I don't know if anybody was. I don't see Hendo here tonight. I'm pretty sure he was here. Yeah, she passed away too young at the age of 75. But, I mean, she would not stop smoking. I tried to get her to stop smoking. She just wouldn't do it. And she had cancer in 1987. She had breast cancer. Then she had ovarian cancer the next year. And then from 1988 until 2018 or 20, yes, she didn't have cancer again. That is crazy, Yvette. Oh, yeah, CB, you were here. Yeah, that's right. You were here. That's right. I didn't see you in the chat, CB. Yeah, I knew there'd be somebody that was here. Guys, we've gone through... Oh, okay, Gina. Oh, you were here too. Okay. But you weren't chatting back then, Gina. We've gone through so much together. Somebody sent me something earlier, and I appreciate what they sent me earlier. Let me see if I can find it. Hopefully I'll play it. Won't get in trouble by playing it. It told me not to get upset. And I tried to strip the music out, but I didn't have any success. So this is what someone sent me earlier. So I'm going to play this in the background, and I'm going to comment as I go.
I have said it before, and I will say it again. Do not get upset when you hear people are talking bad about you.
So she says, don't get upset when people are talking bad about you. Oh, Chugsy, you were here too. Yeah, so, and listen to what she says.
They have to talk about you. When they try to talk about themselves, nobody listens.
when they talk about themselves, nobody listens. It's so true. It's so true. When I share my life with people, there are people here, there are people listening. It's a great affirmation. Not that I'm looking for it, but she says it's spot on. When they're talking about you, it's because they talk about themselves. Nobody's listening.
You need those people.
I do.
Those people are fans wearing a different uniform.
Okay, so they're fanboys. So the bathrobe lady, the Sunnyside detective, the Dutch wannabe. I need those people, right? Okay, I'm not going to disagree with that. They're wearing a different uniform.
The people bullying you, the people talking down on you, the people spreading rumors about your life, those are fans.
Okay. Actually, they are. They're watching the content because the bathrobe lady keeps stealing the content. This really picked me up. I appreciate that someone sent this to me earlier. It really picked me up. Oh my goodness.
God is already showing you that you have something they want.
Aha. You know what they want? Credibility. They want credibility. That's what it is. They lack credibility. It's penis envy is what it is.
The only people who spread rumors with the intention of decreasing your value are the ones who are intimidated by you.
Ooh, Boy, this woman is very insightful. That's deep. Very deep. Wow. Intimidated by me.
They have to talk you down because they hope other people will stop finding you appealing.
Aha. This woman's very insightful. This is brilliant. I love that. Yep. It's she's hit the nail on the head. You know, I don't go after these people, but they sure come after me for no reason. Can you send me where it is on Facebook? Because I didn't expose that woman, but if she wants to be exposed, I'll expose her. Yep, I didn't expose her. So, Khasigi, where is that on Facebook? Because I didn't give that person's name, but I will go after them with a vengeance because they're a liar.
That is sad for them, not for you. All the people trying to shame you, embarrass you, put you down, ask yourself why. Why are they spending so much energy trying to drag you back down?
That's a good question. Why? Why?
Because they see something in you that you cannot see in yourself yet. They see your trajectory. They see your potential.
Okay. I didn't look at it that way. I guess because I'm humble.
They see what you are becoming, and it terrifies them.
That's pretty wild.
Because they know they are not on the same path. People who are down, nobody puts them down. They are not a competition. They are not a threat to anybody. Nobody wastes energy attacking somebody beneath them.
That's why I mostly ignore the nonsense. But, you know, when people lie, you've got to put a comment about the lies and stop it. Yep. Your post is going through, Petrus von Skalkvik. I see your comment. Your friend's father couldn't get treatment COVID yet. Farias is John, yep. Oh, Karen, you're way behind there. So many did die needlessly. My mother didn't have COVID, but she's a victim of the crimes against humanity when it came to COVID, yep. Let me see something very quickly here. Let me go to the Facebook. Okay. She looks like a Sunnyside Prowler lookalike. I don't see the comments. I don't follow that channel enough, so I don't know. Ooh, who's this? Taco Bell. Yeah, anyway. No, I've not exposed that woman. I did read comments from a message she posted, which is a bunch of opinion, not facts. Karen, you're way behind. Bro, it's brilliant. What link? What are you talking about? You're talking about something that's happened a long time ago. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Are you talking about what I'm playing right now? I'll give you the link. Sorry, I'm confused. My bad. So let me continue.
The fact that you have detractors at all is proof you are moving up in a way that scares people who are stuck. So
yeah, okay, there you go. People are stuck. I'll share this link to people in a short. It's got 35,000 views. It's going to get a lot more.
Stop letting it bother you. Stop responding. Stop defending yourself in rooms you are not in. Let them talk. Let them stay obsessed.
Yeah, let them stay obsessed. That's a good point. Yep. You can't send me a video link, Petrus, because you're not a moderator and you're not the content creator. That's a YouTube thing. That's why your thing is not showing up. I guess you don't know how YouTube works, brother. Only moderators and content creators can send links. That's it. You can send me an email and I can get it from there.
Let them fill their lives with conversations about somebody who barely thinks about them, while they are busy hating you, you are busy becoming something they will never be. That gap widens every single day.
Wow, this is powerful, man. Very powerful.
You keep your head down and keep building. The talk is the soundtrack of your growth. Hear it, smile, get back to work. The people who matter do not need convincing.
That's a good point. People matter, don't need convincing. That's true. Yep. Yes, Island, but the real story there is that Trump backed Hilton, which hurt Chad Bianco, and we could have had two Republicans, both of whom were leading in the polls, and now Becerra comes out of nowhere, and the Democrats will win it. So Hilton will not win the race. I mean, if he does, I'll just be gobsmacked. I'd love to see it, but it won't happen.
The people who hate you were never going to be convinced anyway. Let them.
Now that's true. I don't try to. I don't. When I respond to the nonsense, it's not directed at the haters, the hate wankers. It's directed. Hang on, Karen. I'll get you a link to that. It's direct. When I do, it's directed at the people who are listening to the lies and actually believing it. But right, you can't change people like that. And people tell me ignore it. You can ignore it, but the problem is that when you ignore it, like I did with Johan Slut, it cost me my interaction with Nas Bota. Yeah, and so the problem is that there's a record here. People can steal my content. They can alter and put fake laugh tracks on there, cut out content and make it look like something never happened, like poisoning puppies. They can steal my content and pretend that I said nasty things about Africans when I never did. But the record is there. That's what was so disheartening when YouTube stole my channel a few years ago, is that suddenly I didn't have the record to prove because they took it away. Yeah, so... Oh, your doctor got him treatment. Cool. Good night, Iceman. Thanks for being back. All right, thank you, Kasigi. Yeah, let them tell their lies. I mean, see, here's the thing: these ferrayas, these liars, these bullshitters, they don't show up and have dozens or hundreds of people wanting to meet them and talk to them and thank them and hang out with them and get to know them and do selfies. They don't get that because they're bullshitters. They're liars. Yep, it's true. They don't. Yep. And quite frankly, a lot of people who get my time and attention and my help don't deserve it. There are some very nasty people, including some very nasty South Africans out there. Some serious Karens, some serious self-centered people. Fortunately, it's a smaller number, but it's out there. It's real. It's not fake. It's real. Unfortunately, I mean that's just the nature of things. It really is. I want to check on something very quickly here. I need to load some stuff up on Facebook before I go to bed tonight. Yep. Well, my farmers video didn't get much views at all. The refugee one did. Oh, where's my video? Oh, there it is. Okay, I was going to say. Amazon Prime got 15,000. That surprised me a little bit. But anyway, let's see what how it's doing over here. So, 1.8 million views on Facebook with just 22,000 subscribers. That's pretty good. And thanks to those who've become paying members on Facebook. I do appreciate it. It's not much money, but it's a little bit. It helps. Yep. Utopia says 2 minutes song reminds me of sunscreen. What is all people talking Marcus Aurelius and sunscreen? How do you get my email address? Well, one of the moderators can pay. Dan, what's going on, man? What's out there in cowboy country in Wyoming? I tell you, man, I seriously, I got to seriously look at moving to Wyoming. Maybe I can't afford Star Valley, but I got to get to Wyoming because it's just becoming too much this side. There's too many people here, too much chaos going on, too many people that I don't want to live around, and I no longer live overseas because I don't want to be around them, or showing up my neighborhoods unsolicited and trying to alter the culture of this place, and I'm not interested. Kasiki tried to send it my WhatsApp. Got it? I don't see any comments about me. Oh, maybe it shows up in the video as it goes along. Keep showing the same picture. Oh, there's 37 comments. That's why I'm not seeing it. Boy, loading slowly. She says, do you really think he carries South African people at heart? He is getting a sensation and making money. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, keep telling so. Yep. All right. So, yep. Thank you, Sigi. Do you really think he cares? Wow, these people are such useless losers. I mean, they're just unbelievable scumbags. You know, it amazes me how dim-witted people on this planet really are. In the face of evidence right in their face, they refuse to accept the reality. Refuse to accept the reality. See, that's what I get for protecting people's privacy. When I helped the family in Austin, I didn't tell people who they were. I protected their privacy. The family in Modesto, I protected their privacy. The family in Virginia, I protected their privacy. Now, Chris Wyatt, he came on the channel and people knew about it. So thank you for your membership there. Platoon level. Thank you very much for that, Lolos. You know, so when you don't advertise and go around, look, I saved someone, look what I did, then people just run around and tell their lies. Whatever. You know, ask Jared if his life is better today than it was before. Ask the thousands of people that are now in America because of my efforts, if their life is better. Making a sensation. I'm not making a sensation. See, you know, that lady can go fuck herself. Did you hear me, sweetheart? You can go fuck yourself. You really can go fuck yourself. Yeah, I said that. That's right. Go ahead and do that. You know why? Because when other people were starting shit, I was solving problems and trying to avoid shade being thrown on the program. When the problems became too many to be solvable, then it was time to let the public know about it. So, you know, I really don't. These people are pathetic. Pathetic losers. Casper? Okay. What's going on, Dan? Yeah. Oklahoma, no thanks, man. Too hot for me. Exactly, Angelique. They're jealous because people flock to you for advice, not to them. And see, the thing is that do I go and create videos about that person? No. And do I post something and call them liars? No. No. Oh, your comment got deleted. I'm sure my comment will be deleted too. I just told her she can keep lying to herself just a moment ago. She can keep lying to herself. Yeah. See, that's the Ferrayas right there. People like that. People that lie to you. People that let you falsely believe that they're in an organization that they're not. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about. People who claim that they know everything about the refugee program and don't. Yeah, it's pathetic. Are you leaving Etopi? Damn, are you getting old? Oh, you got work in the morning. That's right. Okay. By the way, people loved your daughter's interview. That was great. Yep. You're right, Angelique. People do flock to me for advice. Oh, it's crazy. Okay, you emailed a link, Petrus. Thank you. All right. It's a song. You sent me a song. 2 songs. Okay, I thought it was something important, a breaking story. I'll watch it later on. Thank you, Lolos, for becoming a tune leader. Appreciate that. Exactly. What do people expect you to bring people in your home? You do enough as much as you possibly can. Well, I mean, but see, okay, first off, I've given thousands of dollars of my own income to help people. People see it. I mean, there's no denying it. They see me donate money on the Back a Buddy programs and the Go Give Send Go programs. They see me do that. Plus, I've raised money for people. We've raised 80,000 rand to feed people. When no one in the U.S. government ever stepped forward. See, these ferrayas don't know what they're talking about. When no one did anything back in September when flights got canceled suddenly because the government being shut down, who stepped into the void? Did the ferrayas? Was the Sunny Side Prowler there? No, because she hates the refugee program. Was the bathrobe lady there? No. Was this lunatic in a Jeep there? No. Were fake Air Force people there? No. None of these people were there. None of them. Not one of them were there. What did anybody do? Nobody did anything except me. Tell me somebody else that helped. Please, I'm waiting to hear. Somebody tell me someone else helped. Who reached out and got food for people? And then arrogant asshat people turn their nose up at it. Fine, then go hungry, starve. You're dumb enough to sell your car. You're dumb enough to get rid of your property. You're dumb enough to quit your job when you don't have tickets. Then that's on you. But I helped over 120 people so they didn't starve to death. And we're still helping some of those people who should be here and still aren't here. And for a couple dozen people, I found accommodation. I have generous South Africans providing accommodation. But that's forgotten about. When Lynn wanted her baki repaired, and she kept moaning and pissing on this channel a few years ago, oh my baki, it was really freaking annoying. Ronaldo said, let's do a fundraiser for her. I said, well, if you do it, then I'll join in. And we raised the money, and Lynn was on my program every day. And then when we got the money for the baki, never saw Lynn again. Never came to my meet and greets again. Came to 2 meet and greets, never came after that again, after we raised money for her. Yep. Yeah. We raised money for the girl who was going deaf. In just a few hours, we raised 45,000 rand for her, if I recall correctly. And I gave a couple thousand rand for that. You know, these people are just pathetic. They've got no life. They just make stuff up. Oh, Cowboy Action's back in swing. Yeah, I'm definitely over. Did you guys talk about the email going around about how the Department of Agriculture uses... No, I didn't see that, Heidi Kruger. Interesting. Yeah, Zoe. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, just another girl says, helping people like you do comes at a cost, and then to have people hate on you is just wrong. It's true. I mean, again, so last month, so now it's out there in the public. Now it's a news story. South Africans told me about this. Now it's in The Guardian. It's a news story because I covered it. Here's the news story that appeared on Monday. White South African refugees fall foul of Republican driving rules in U.S. Midwest. President Trump is anyway, so he goes on here and they talk about this. The reason this story exists is right here because my video. Look at the link in this story and watch where it opens to. Ohio imposed unfair driver's license training. Oh, Colonel Chris Wyatt. Look at that. Look at that. So that story, which is in the major news now because of me, just like major news outlets are actually reporting the truth about the program occasionally, is because of me. That trip cost me $2,800. And the one to Virginia, $2,800. Now, Virginia, somebody sponsored me a little bit of cash, but the rest of that came all out of my pocket. Thank you, Petrus. All out of my pocket. And as a consequence of that trip, we exposed the refugee organization in Erie, Pennsylvania. Jared got relocated to Ohio where he has a job and a house, and he's getting along fine now and doing well, going for training and education. And then in Buffalo, we linked up Americans who are viewers like Gus of this program and Alex back in Cleveland is American with refugees and are helping them. You know, it's look, these people are just pathetic. They've got nothing. They've got nothing. What have any of them done? Any of them. Anyone that attacks me, what have they done? To my knowledge, no one's ever done anything to help any of these refugees has been the bathrobe lady. And she actually didn't help them. Encouraging people to out-migrate was a disaster for most of them. Yeah, exactly, Jules. A lot of grifters out there. Crystal says, look what Jesus did. And the very same people he helped shouted, crucify him. Yep. What was that? I missed something there. If I may, I love your channel because you don't fluff about and help where possible. The world needs more of Colonel. Yeah, well, I do more than help where possible. I've done quite a bit. The moaners that went over What is the free cockroaches between your future? Jesus, get some borax and get out. Yeah, exactly. You know, I haven't said that, but you're right at a certain point. Jared Vessels, thank you for your membership. And yeah, so you're right about that, Sisigi. So it's not ideal. It really, I mean, some of this, look, I mean, there are legitimate concerns, and take your concerns to ORR. But don't moan about it in WhatsApp groups. Don't moan about it on Facebook. Do you think that solves anything? No. All that does is throw shade on the program. You didn't come here being offered the South Fork Ranch in Dallas. You were offered refugee status. Refugees have no credit history. Refugees have no reputation. You are a risk to anyone that rents an apartment to you. It's as simple as that. Why do you think you should have something that you're not entitled to? That doesn't mean you should live in substandard conditions. It means refugee case officers doing a piss poor job. That's the whole story. But as Hasigi's getting at, get off your ass and do something about it. Clean it up. Make it happen. Did you guys talk about? No, I didn't talk about that. Okay. Anyway, you're better off those. No, it's not a question of those viewer snippets. You're right. They toxify one of their bitter Betty Club. Yep. Oh, Yvette says, I'm saddened to hear how you're treated about it. Oh, Yvette, you have no idea. You have no idea of the defamation, the slander that goes on, and I haven't pursued any legal action against any of these clowns. It's just, I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, first off, why come after me? What did I do to any of these losers? Not a damn thing. One of them lied. I invited somebody to come to Dallas, and they lied about me and said that I you know, well, they all lie about me, but whatever. That's, you know, Isaac will cover it. Okay, well, thank you for that. I didn't see it. Where are you seeing that at? So where is that at? Email. Emails are easily faked, so I don't know anything about that. Well, if it does, that'll be the end of John Steenhuisen. And he won't be missed. Except by his savior there, Cyril Ramaphosa. I'll miss him. All right, I don't know where this come from. See, there's no news on this. Exactly. People complain about what food socks contains and never really been hungry. Just saying. Exactly. And just another girl, the scumbag who did that disparaged Carl van Blair. She lied about him. See, these people have no compunction because there's no penalty for being an ass. First off, no one told anyone they had to have food socks. Watching my program, the turd watched my program, and we offered, and I think Hendo mentioned some of these groups and said anyone that's in this situation would like to get food socks. And this biatch ran on Facebook and said, oh, they offer me dog food. I wouldn't feed that to my dogs. How condescending. Who the hell are you? No one offered you. No one told you to take anything. It's there for those who need it. Clearly, you're not hungry. You're an arrogant turd. And that's what she was. And then she said that, he's just shilling for his company, making money. Making money? That pissed me off to no end. Food Socks, when I reached out to them in September of 2025, thank you, Amarentia Quinn, reached out to me in September 2025. Without a hesitation, I called Carl, and before I even finished the conversation, he said, yes, we'll do it. And then I started giving him names of people once I confirmed they had actual cases and their tickets were actually canceled. Then they sent me emails so I could prove their tickets were canceled. Then I passed the information out to him. He would contact them within minutes or hours and set up food to be delivered to them. Free of charge. And then after that went on for a few weeks, I realized that, hey, I know he's got a charity, but this is probably taxing the charity. And when I asked him, I said, how much money's been spent? It was almost 17,000 Rand. He didn't ask for a penny. So then I said, do you have a donation? You have an account people can donate to? And we started raising money, but he never asked for a penny. He never promoted his food, never tried to make money off it. And the scumbag, useless turd, I hope she never comes to America. We don't need people like that over here. Hisigi says, I'm getting more and more angry the longer I wait listening to all these moaners that got to go and all they do is freaking moan. Yep, I'm with you. You're right, just other girl. Scammers hate me because I speak the truth and come with the receipts and they can't handle it. Statement of fact. Statement of fact. Many people today walk with 30 pieces of silver in their back pockets without a care in the world. Lesson all, keep your integrity and moral standards. 100%. Yep, and you get the people who cry because they are so thankful. She does not know what's desperate. But I even get attacked by people who are desperate and poor. I mean, remember the whole Philadelphia episode? Oh my God. Oh my God. Remember that bullshit? So I got this bullshit. Well, how come you're only helping people with money? What are you talking about? When I was in South Africa last year. Well, you're only helping people with money. What do you mean I'm helping people with money? Well, you're not helping poor people. I said, are you serious? Most people contact me, haven't got a penny to their name. Well, why don't you visit townships? I said, I go to townships all the time. Why don't you go where the Boers are? And I'm like, why don't you tell me where they are? So someone said, go to Philadelphia. They gave me an address. It was bogus. Now, it wasn't malicious. The people didn't know. They thought it was there. So I went to this address on the west side of Pretoria in that valley, and there was nothing there. There were some white people living there in shacks, but that wasn't Philadelphia. So then someone else, I got on, I said, hey, I did a short, and I said, what's going on? Or I did a live. And someone said, no, it's over here, drive here. So I went to another location, drove further out in the valley, way out in the valley, around potholes, driving up this valley into Mahalisburg, heading west, place I'd never been before. And I turn and go up this driveway, this dirt road, and I go up along this tree line thing, and there's a fence, and it's locked. There's nothing there. There's some black guy over there, an informal thing, setting up a little settlement of his own in the woods on the other side of the fence. There's nothing there. So I'm like, where the heck is this place at? And finally, I get a hold of one of the guys that's responsible, that owns the property there where people are staying in Philadelphia. And it's actually about 3 kilometers where I'm at. So I drive there, and I wait, and the guy shows up, and he takes me in. I go in, and one of my viewers is there. Lovely lady. I haven't seen her in ages. I hope she's okay. Her husband gave me his dog tags. It was very kind of him. And so I went there, and I said, listen, I'm sorry, I don't mean to intrude, but I was asked to come here, and I've been trying to coordinate. What happened is that one of the residents asked me to come and speak to people, but never coordinate with anybody. So I went there, and I said, look, I mean, if I'm intruding, I'll leave. And the lady that runs the place was very kind. She said, oh, okay, I didn't know you were coming here. I said, then I can leave. I don't mean to intrude, but I mean, I was asked to come here and speak to people that are interested in the refugee program, and I can tell them about it if you want. But I'll go. I don't want to intrude. She said, no, I'll take you around. I'll give you a tour. So she drove me around, gave me a tour, showed me the recycling area, showed me where people were living, waved to everybody. Everybody knew who she was. Oh, Tani. It was lovely. She was a lovely lady. So then we came back. She offered me a tea. I had a tea in her place, if I recall correctly. And then my viewer who lived right next to her came over, and we took a selfie. And then I thanked them, and then I left. And as I was leaving, the guy who owns the property, or is the son of the guy who owns it, whatever, he pulls up outside. We chat for a little bit. It was fantastic. I left there, and then all this crap started. All these people like, oh, he came here and tried to spy on us. Oh, he came here and tried. What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? I came there because you people asked me to come there. You didn't coordinate it, and I offered to leave. But then the person who's responsible took me around and showed me. I said, can I film? She said, yes. It's just unbelievable. It doesn't matter what you do for people. They're shitheads everywhere. Koos is not on YouTube much more. We always appreciate and respect for helping people where you can. South Indian about stupid people should wear a sign, save us time. Well, Kustek, why aren't you on YouTube much anymore, brother? What's going on? Why aren't you here much anymore? What frustrates me is people are such keyboard warriors online, but they're cowards in real life. Anyone can contribute anything instead of criticism. Exactly. None of them come to my face and have anything to say. Not one of them. Not one of them. Not one of them. Yvette says, I remember that. That was the start of my Colonel Chris Wyatt relationship. How do you remember, Yvette? What do you mean? Did I meet you there? Time for a song. Yep. Hey, Hermanus Johannes Erlang. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'll never forget that. I didn't have time for that. I had other things to do that day. I put myself at risk driving through dodgy neighborhoods, leaving Philadelphia, going through the back roads to get back over to go to the Centurion meet and greet. And then I had another Ferrari show up there, the Mr. Fundamava. Oh, I went to the Colonel's meet and greet. I wasn't impressed. But don't worry, give me more money. We'll get you on the list, and we'll get you out of here. That's right, I've got the list. I have connections to the embassy. Now, I don't know what happened with these first ones who already went over, but I'll get you there. We'll get it sorted out. Just give me more money. That piece of crap came to my meet and greet. I didn't know who he was. Took a picture. And then he posted on his account and said, I wasn't impressed by the Colonel. Dude, I'm not impressed by you. You're a fraud. You're a huckster. He's got quite a number of staffers besides 2 that talk to me. The others keep clear of me, and they're all part of WhatsApp group, but I've never got that invite. Okay, Alan. Maybe you intimidate them. Most people don't want solutions because they have nothing to, then they have nothing to complain. Yeah, it's true. People love to complain about stuff. Hey, speaking of complaining, so I went to the dentist today. Yeah, Pikachu knows. He's back there smiling because I went to the dentist. No cavities. But my dentist is concerned about mineral buildup and wants me to rebuild some of the surface of my teeth. So he gave me this toothpaste. I've never heard of this stuff before. ClinPro 5000, 1.1% sodium fluoride, tricalcium phosphate. It sounds like some kind of chemical solution. And it comes from 3M, Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing. These are the guys give you Post-its and chemicals. Oh, but I do that all the time, Yvette. I do that all the time. So at every one of my meet and greets, ask the people who went to Open Plus. Is Chris still here? Chris Ehlers was here earlier. Chris Ehlers set that up at Open Plus. Ask the people who went to Open Plus. Ask the people that went to Strand for my meet and greet. What did I do when I went to those places? So, and I think that honestly, the one at Open Plus is the most telling. At Open Plus, there was a CBS film crew there. There was a Dutch film crew there. There was some local South African Newsroom Africa or something like that. They're all there. I didn't invite any of them, but it was a public venue, so I didn't make them leave. I said they could stay. And I said, you can film as long as nobody has objections to it. But I didn't care to talk to them. They wanted to talk to me. I said, just a minute. And I went around and I greeted everybody. And there were hundreds of people at Open Plus. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I did the same thing at Strand. Because unlike a lot of these clowns, I get that people devote their time. The most precious resource you have is your time. It is. Because you have a limited amount of time on this earth. And every moment you spend with me or you spend with someone else is a moment that is gone. And I would hope that it was enjoyable, a productive, a useful moment. And I appreciate that. Every moment. I mean, I was humbled beyond imagination when I got out of the vehicle with Sean and Ilza. Now that they're in America, I'll say them. Sean and Ilza, we got out of the vehicle at Strand. We walked up to the Kapstadt Brauhaus, and there were like 15 or 20 people outside. I don't know if any of you were there. Everybody wanted my autograph. They all want to talk to me. I'm down there, and then Garrett comes downstairs after about 10 minutes and goes, hey, Brew, people are waiting for you upstairs. And I said, okay, guys, got to go upstairs. We went upstairs, and there were over 100 people waiting. That was when last time I did a meet and greet at the Kapstadt Brauhaus in Strand, there were 6 people. Over 100 people were there. Last time watching from South Africa, next view from America today is our D-Day. We've been waiting. Oh my goodness, Johan. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you for the 35 Rand. Now when you come over, turn that into dollars, $35. I can't make money for refugees, right? Dems, welcome to you. Debs, are you okay? Did you send me some note about you're not well or something? I'm trying to remember. Vanessa, I was at Open Plus. That was fun. But Vanessa, did I not do that? Did I not go around before I did anything and talk to all these people? Did I not do that? And that's what I did. I do it all my meet and greets if I can, unless it's a short time thing and we're rushed. I do that everyone because I value everyone who takes the time to spend their time with me. Everyone, including that crazy lunatic who claimed he flew back from Zimbabwe at Bloberg, and we were at Bloberg, and he shows up and he wants to start, oh, God and Jesus from above. Like, dude, we're not here to talk about that. Church is on Sunday, okay? Anyway. Time for another Strunt Cop Shop Rouse meeting. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, Heinrich. Yeah, no, there'll be meet and greets. There'll be meet and greets coming. Stuff is coming. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. It's been too long. It's been over a year since I've been to South Africa, and usually I come twice a year. It's been too long. It's been too long. Now, I would like to have come to South Africa in November, but they're going to be in the UK, so maybe I'll go to the UK. We'll see. But yeah, always give his time to others, even if it's just one person. Thank you. CBB, you can attest this. CB, what do we do? Okay, for those of you who don't follow, this is what happened. So I had my event with the farmers in Zeerust. And then I stayed overnight with Koketso Retsani's mother up near the Botswana border. And when I left, they were doing a service delivery protest, and so I couldn't go through town because it was dangerous. She led me around the backside of town. I had to drive 40 kilometers out of my way down a dusty dirt road and come back out 1 kilometer from where I started. So basically, here's where I had to go, and I had to go all this way, down around, and come back and come out right here. And so I lost time. I went to Rustenburg. I topped off at the BP station there at Waterfalls Mall. I went to McDonald's. I got some food. I started driving, and I'm driving. I got off the highway at the next exit, which is Americana or the one before that. I can't remember which one. Anyway, got off, and I'm driving, and I hit boom, boom, a pothole, blew 2 tires. and I lost a lot of time. That was my rainbow rescue. I got back on the road, but my pressure was I had offered to do a meet and greet at the Cradle of Humankind at the Sterkfontein Caves, and I went. And how many people showed up for that event? One person. One person was there. Who was it, CB? It was you. And at that meet and greet, what did I do? It was a one-person meet and greet. We went down the caves. We did the tour. We explored. Even though I've been there before, we came up and you and I did a live. I went all that way, a place I've already been, to do an event with my viewers. That was in 2022. And she was the only person who showed up, which is fine. If nobody showed up, I probably wouldn't have done a tour. I just would have bought something to gift shop, got a coffee, cappuccino, and hit the road. Yep. Hermanus Johannes Erlang, thank you for the coin fund. Okay, safe travels. Okay, always gives time. Yep. One of my bucket lists to meet you one day, says Petrus. Okay, Petrus. My cultural orientation, says Gail. Okay. Sappho loading. Okay, well, let me look for that now because I won't have a moment. That's how this works. I just don't have moments. Okay, let me go back where you said you were Sappho loading. I don't see that. Sappho loading. I don't have anything for my name, Sappho loading, in my email. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna say rugby about to become a force. We'll see. Everyone thinks. Everyone thinks we go. Okay. Stage where I must upload my documents. Okay. Will not be here for the next trip. Well, Heinrich, my next trip is Friday. I will be in Atlanta, Greenville, Monroe, Georgia, and Decatur. I was at meet and greet in Strand, now in Chicago. Hey, Joanne. Okay. The meet and greet in Strand was epic, wasn't it? The meet and greet in Strand was awesome. I love that. Oops, that's not what I want. I wanted so now we're talking about Strand. Oh, come on. This computer is really torching my shorts. Okay, media files. There we go. Yeah, I love that meet and greet. It was awesome.
Colonel Wyatt's got a plan so sweet. A meet and greet down Strand's wide street. South African sun kissed the air so bright. We shared our stories through the night. Dozens gathered hearts in sync. With every smile the spirits linked. A room of faces worlds apart, bound by camaraderie heart to heart. Cheers in the air, laughter grows. Friendship's tide, it ebbs and flows. Strand lit up like golden beams. A night that turns into sweet dreams. The evening hung with fire and glee. Connections blooming wild and free. Words were sparks igniting light underneath the southern sky tonight. Oh, the beauty, unforgettable glow of strangers and friends we didn't know, tying threads that'll last and weave moments shared with hearts on sleeves. Cheers in the air, laughter grows. Friendship's tide, it ebbs and flows. Strand lit up like golden beams. A night that turns into sweet dreams.
Yep, meet and greet vibes. I wrote that song right after the meet and greet. I was so humbled by that experience. I really felt like a rock star. People didn't let it go to my head. It was so amazing. But it just got better from there. better and better. I was so late because of Nota Beloy and DJ, what's his name there? It was so late coming from that meeting to go to the prison break. People were so patient waiting for me. It was very kind of them. I really felt bad. That was the one meet and greet I was late. I was like an hour plus late for that. People, and like 40 people waited. It was so kind of them. It was really nice. And I was actually, that was really cool. I'm all good, Chris. I hope you're well. However, I did send you WhatsApp whenever you get a chance. Thank you, Dems. I think you did send me WhatsApp. That's what I think. Okay. And Joanne's was the meet and greet there, and she's in Chicago. After all of that, you still came to the meet and greet. Yep. That's right, CB. I did. After blowing 2 tires, my biggest concern was letting people down. And what I did know is the only person I would let down was CB. But knowing CB and having met CB for the first time in person at that event, and now knowing CB for all these years, one of the people I least want to let down is CB. Folks, if you want to meet a true, genuine human being, a mensch, as Jews would say, or Germans would say, CB is a mensch. That's a mensch. That is a really good person. I hope you're blushing. If I knew you were there, I would have been there. It wasn't too far from my farm, says Casey. Okay. Even in Howick, you've always been accommodating, and it's appreciated. Yes, little puppy, I have. I remember when the guys came all the way down from up north, and I waited for an hour. They didn't show up. They had the wrong time or something, and Franco Wild came, and I felt so bad about that. Yeah, I went to Howick way out of my way. I mean, if I come back to South Africa, I have to make a decision whether Howick is on my trip. I might just put it on my trip because Paula's now alone up there. That's John Tunge's widow, and so I may just come because of that. The problem was, and you were well aware of the fact that your visit to South Africa last year had national security keeping track of your movements, and they were present at summer meet and greets, making you a magnet. Well, Alan, that has always been the case. That has always been the case. And the fact they were there, what did it accomplish? My meet and greet at Vanderbilt Park, Mad Max was there. He and his family are in America. So I don't really get what the point there is, Alan. From the very first time I came to South Africa in 2022 after start doing this, not the first time I came to South, I've been there hundreds of times, but the first time after the COVID scam in August of 2022, the moment that I left Cape Town and I landed at OR Tambo, when I left the airport, I was followed by security, state security. They followed me. They thought they were clever. I saw them sitting outside of the Piermont. And then they were so obvious when my battery was dead because the battery died on the car. They wouldn't start the next morning. I'd get someone to help me. They didn't help me. They thought they were clever. I could see them sitting 150 meters away. Then they followed me around. After a few days, they gave up. Always a pleasure to have a good night. Got his office. Okay, I was watching and worried the Philadelphia Wild Goose Chase was a setup of some. It was. I thought, Chucksy, for a moment, I thought I was being set up. Yep. I mean, I put a lot of trust. And I thought I was being set up on that. Yep. Manisha, what's going on? Road Captain Kev says, we'll come your meet and greet again. Well, Road Captain Kev, Mad Max was there. Thank you, Ras, for that 350 Rand super chat. Before the refugee program, what were the meet and greets about? Yeah, snippets. Okay, well, since 2022, well, the meet and greets are still about that. They're not about the refugee program. That's not why I do these things. That wasn't why I did them last year. The meet and greets weren't about the refugee program. It turned into that because everybody wanted to talk about it, but that's not what the meet and greets about. Meet and greets are for people to sit down and meet. We hang out. Like I said, the one so I've got a meet and greets. One in Strand where the only person that showed up was Garrett and I. We went there together. We did meet and greets in Somerset West where a couple dozen people showed up. We did it at that German restaurant in Somerset West where only a handful of people showed up. Then the last one we did last year with Refugee, and that's where the Oosthuizens were there with Bruce the Service Dog and Levi. They came to that one, and I met them there. Then I met them in Pittsburgh. Now I've seen them twice here. I've seen them 3 times. So relationship with some folks just go way back. Anyway, yeah. So Johan will take me up the interview. Okay, thank you, Johan. The meet and greet snippets before that were about sitting down and meeting with people, answering their questions about politics, about America, about what's happening in the world. That's what they were about. And we do selfies. Also, I appear on Gareth Cliff's program, usually every time I go there. Last time, also, I did some stuff with some other folks. And then every time I go, I always go to the Reformation Society in Rondebosch and I give a lecture. The first time I did it in 2022 because of the COVID scam, I did a lecture on doing what's right, moral, and just in the face of injustice. That was my speech. Yep. Franco Wild, thank you for becoming a team member. Okay. If you do come, Colonel, please be careful. We know it's more crazy. They're bold. Yeah, there are crazy people, Neff. If Thundergun is part of your trip, I'll see you there. Well, I've done the Thundergun thing, Alan. You know, I've done it every time. But my connection, Northcliffe, things are not going well for them. Her husband's ill and not doing well, and they're going to sell their house now. And so the place I always stayed, Northcliffe, which is lovely and wonderful people, I won't be able to stay there anymore. So the Thundergun was because it's literally 5 minutes from where they live. So that's why I always did Thundergun. I don't know about future Thundergun ones unless I find some accommodation here or there. Oh, my singing voice is terrible, Purple Moon Dreamer. It's just that song I can sing. I just can't sing most things. Yeah, Karen, I added Bolito last minute. That's correct. Yep. And not only did I add Bolito, so here's the deal on that. I went to Howick, and then I was asked to go to the Jim Green thing while I was up there. So I rearranged my schedule to go to Jim Green, which is in Peter Maritzburg, but not in Peter Maritzburg. It's away from there, so I had to drive down to it. I went to Jim Green, and it's in a dodgy industrial, really dodgy. But I went there. Fantastic experience with the Jim Green guys. They gave me a nice pair of boots. I went there. In fact, I was supposed to see them in Virginia. So the Jim Green guys, I went there, and then from there, I was asked to go to the guys who have the flip-flops, E-Flopsy. I think I have those stickers here still. Yeah, there they are right there, still sitting on my desk. So I was asked to go to E-Flopsy, and that place was way out of the way. It's down near Durban, but it was back on a back road and all this. God bless it. God bless it. All this crap just fell sideways here. Hang on. I was asked to do that, and I arranged my schedule last minute, literally, and this was a crazy trip. I mean, so I went to E-Flopsy, and I saw those guys that sell the flip-flops in South Africa, and they're also interested in the refugee program. So I went there. They gave me some flip-flops for me and for Ronaldo, so now I had to carry crap to Ronaldo. I don't wear flip-flops, but it was nice of them to give it to me. They're very lovely. I've worn them a couple of times, but I just don't like things between my toes. It's kind of gross. So I went there, and they have lovely product, and that was fantastic. And that was last minute. Then I drove to Bolito, and I drove there on a tire that was losing air. By the time I got to Bolito, the tire was almost flat, and then I had to get the flat fixed. And went to Avis, which was in a hotel, and that was just a rental office. They weren't fixing anything. So they didn't even have an air pump. So I went to a petrol station where somebody said they would repair it, but the repair place was closed. It was a tire place. They were closed. So I went inside. I got to fix a flat one of those cans. I put it in a tire, and that got me back that night to Durban. And then I dropped it off the airport. So, yeah, I look, see, people don't appreciate it. I go out of my way to give people my time. Ras says, watching from the shadows rarely coming, but you are an immovable beacon of truth and source of honorable inspiration. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. It's very kind of you. And thank you for 350 Rand. Got to start packing panniers leaving Chobe today. Vic Falls on the way back south. Be careful, last domino on the trip. Chobe, okay, cool. Are you going back through Zimbabwe or you come back through Botswana? I feel a lot safer if you came back through Botswana, but yeah. Very dangerous to come to South Africa with all the good you've done. Why, Jarrett? There's no reason for it to be dangerous. Yeah, maybe if you use the correct email, you put 2022 instead of 2021. Safa loading. Yep, no email from you. That's why I never responded. Now I have it. Now I have it. Okay, I'm going to print out your message because that's not something for me to read on air. It's also not something for me to answer at this moment. Got your message. Yeah, you sent it to the wrong place. Oh, wow. Wow. So I got an email from someone whose feelings were hurt because I didn't see them. Well, it was an oversight. It wasn't intentional. The trip to Florida unfolded in a fashion that was beyond my control in some respects. So I let someone down and they're disappointed in me. And I will offer my apologies to that person. The person says they suppose it because they're not bleach blonde and young. No, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. So, yeah, but there's no, the tone of this message is not the friendliest. So I'll apologize to that person without mentioning their name on air. But that wasn't intentional. Your feelings were hurt. I'm sorry. I went to multiple locations. You didn't get to any of them. Obviously, you couldn't make it. You did mention it was difficult getting around, but there was a lot happening. So, if I said I would try to come see you, and then it just didn't work out, if I recall. Anyway, so my apologies to that person. But the reason I didn't see you is not because you're 70. It's not because you're not a bleach blonde. You're not a 22-year-old. I mean, to just say that to me, that's insulting. You shouldn't have said that. So Sigi, or not Sigi, Veroshka, are you still here? Is Veroshka 22 and a bleach blonde? I've given Veroshka a lot of my time. Many people are not that way. So, I mean, that's just insulting. There's no need to do that. If your feelings are hurt, then I'm sorry. It wasn't intentional. I can give you my advice without seeing in person if that's all you wanted. What you said is you wanted to meet me, and that's not the same as just getting my advice. So I appreciate that you want to meet me, but look, so I'm sorry. I'm not to preach on about this, but everybody thinks they're the most important person in the world. Now, I did let this person down, and I'll admit that right now, because I talked about trying to come by and see them, but it completely, with events unfolding that last day, it completely just didn't happen. So that's on me. I apologize. But the problem is that I went north after that to do an interview. And by the time I got back to the airport, there wasn't time. I was interviewed by Alex Newman, and that was scheduled for later, and I couldn't control that. And that was more important than visiting a single person. And if that hurts your feelings, I apologize. But Alex Newman's Sentinel Report reaches tens of thousands of people who need to know about what's happening. And so I went there when I could. And I barely made it back to the airport. In fact, I got back so close to making it that I had to spend $6.89 a gallon for the petrol at the gas station that's on the road that leads right into the airport. So not excuses. I let you down. My apologies. But if you want advice, then let me know. We can do a Zoom call, or we can do a WhatsApp. But if you're watching, I'm sorry that your feelings were hurt. It wasn't intentional. I can't do everything. I do my best, and I did let you down, and that's an oversight on my part. My apologies. So, Slow Puppy said that was my son and I. We arrived late. It was an hour and a half drive from work. We missed you. We understood you had commitments, but we did link up the next time, didn't we, Sloth Puppy? You came to the next one. We got that one straightened out. You still have the photo from Strand. I have all the photos from Strand. National intelligence watch list should not be a problem if they're like their master. Exactly. Yeah. A security risk. I'm not a security risk. Many cats do die, Devette. Thank you for the love. 2 Jim Green boots. One is 10, the other is 14. Best boot by far. You see, the move to protest is busy in our area this week. Okay, just joking. I love your enthusiasm. Seeing. Spartan God, I do have an email from you. I haven't read it. I have an email from you. I saw it earlier when I was answering emails. Don't you think because the refugee program Instagram have that? Why would they have it out for me? Why? Please stop talking about this bullshit. I'm going to delete your messages, okay? That's not helpful, okay? I've proven the American government wrong. I've proven the German government wrong. I've proven the New Zealand government wrong. Heidi says, what more could you do? Geez, give a hand and take a leg. Exactly. Oh, Botswana, not the sanctuary. Okay. Yeah, the Pikachu, that's from the Durban airport. I picked him up in the Durban airport. If you're down KZN, would you communicate the meet and greets? I did last time, Pat. I communicated all of them. I communicated the one in Howick. I communicated the one in Ballito. I communicated the one in Durban. We had an awesome one in Durban. In fact, a certain black South African content creator who couldn't give me the time of day, even though Rob Hersoff said he should talk to me, said he was too busy. And then my viewers left our meet and greet and walked downstairs, and there he was in a coffee shop or a bar, and he was there. He had plenty of time. He happened to be in Durban. He's not even from Durban. And so, yeah. What's the big announcement? I'm waiting. Oh, that reminds me. Hang on a second. I said my typing has gone to crap tonight. I can't spell anything. All right, I just sent a message out to somebody. No, Meerkat, what happened is that it's somebody who wanted me to see them in Florida, and they commented with me, and I said, well, I'm having a meet greet. And they said, well, I can't get there. I said, well, I'll try to come see you. Or I said, I'll come see you. But it just didn't work out. So, yep. Yeah, we sure did link up next time. And that was nice. By the way, they're closed now. That restaurant's gone. They used to be over by the other place, and then they moved there. Apparently, they're out of business now. But no, Pat Meister, I gave plenty of. But I don't give weeks' notice because it just attracts retards. So, and troublemakers. So you get a notice when I'm there. People find out where I don't tell people where I'm going, but Colonel gets thousands of emails and WhatsApp. It's easy to miss mess. He's only human and one person. When he misses mine, don't get upset. Thank you, Meerkat. I appreciate that. I interviewed your best friends, Lynn and Ben. Okay, Mary. Thank you for becoming a viewer. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. Last Domino's out of here. Jasper, how am I doing? I'm doing okay. Yeah, Varoshka. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, Varoshka. But no, I mean, that message, I mean, I appreciate where she's coming from, but that's not necessary. That's not necessary. Plus, also, if I recall correctly, that person, my communication is an email. Well, the email I don't do on my phone. So when I'm traveling, I'm looking at WhatsApp primarily, and I didn't have anything from that person. So, I mean, do you guys have any idea how many names are now in my address book? My phone is freaking choking with there's so many addresses. I mean, I'm sure there's got to be an upper limit. Thank you, Last Domino. I can tell you that your show is like my morning coffee, so thank you. You're very welcome, Vanessa. I mean, this isn't the best way possible, and I'm hoping to miss you by a few thousand miles when you come us out there, because I got you now. Okay, Dems, take care. Hey, Loretta, good to see you there. See, he's with like, okay, what I'm saying is that please. Okay. Sorry it's cold this cold morning, but are you speaking about visiting South Africa? No, I was talking about past visits to South Africa, yeah. In gratitude, some people's ridiculous. We have a gentleman who's doing his best to help out the kindness of his heart, and we have BS. Well, it's not just the best. I'm succeeding. I've solved many people's problems. I've highlighted these issues. Look, I mean, the Guardian, look, guys, I mean, you know, they all watch my content. The New York Times, CBS News, Newsroom Africa, the Washington Post, the Guardian, they're all watching. IOL, Daily Maverick, Rebecca Davis, they're all watching my content. That's not arrogance, it's a statement of fact. And a lot of them are getting their news from me. This story in The Guardian is because of me. Where's it at? Here's that. This is a story because of me. White South African refugees fall foul. Now, it's full of crap by Stephen Starr, and I'm going to expose all that crap, but this story exists because of me. Now, I'll give the guy credit. He did a lot of research, but he spews a lot of fake stuff. I covered this earlier. He talks about Ohio. You know, where's it at here? 206 Afrikaners resettled in Ohio State has struggled with population decline for decades. That's just a lie. That's just a lie. I mean, I looked that up earlier. Come on. I mean, that's just an outright lie. That's not even research. Ohio population history. I did this earlier and show you guys. Here you go. Look. Here you go. Recent year-over-year trends right there. So there's Ohio's population. 2023, 11,808,000, 860,000, 11,900,000, 11,940,000. In the last 4 years, it hasn't gone down. But from 1900 to 1950, 1970, 2020, it's never gone down. Ohio has never had a population this large, nearly 12 million people. And this guy says it's declined for decades. That's a lie. That's just a lie. Hey, Big Fish. There's one thing I've learned since becoming part of the Wyatt Army. South African general are very entitled. Sir, you're not only an awesome, wonderful person, but your help with us makes us, I don't know about a saint. I'm sure I've done things that don't make me a saint. Hey, Vanner Kurtz, what's up? But thank you for the thought. Yeah. No, when I'm talking about retards, I'm not talking about my viewers. I'm talking about people who are troublemakers who come to meet and greets. Yeah. Look, I mean, it's, you know, meet and greets are for fun. I enjoy them, and I do them because this all started because the question was, what were the meet and greets before the refugee program? The meet and greets are exactly that, a meet and greet. And I talk to people, so I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy meeting people. It's a lot of fun. Not everybody's as nice as everyone else, but a lot of people are fun. They're not going to publish anything at the Guardian. They're not going to do it. So what I need to do is make a video and refute it. Yep. Veroscus, I actually missed you mentioning the message. Realized something was said. What do you mean? What do you mean? No, it's a good suggestion, but they're not going to publish it. I need to write an article for the Daily Friend. I haven't done that in a year. I've been so busy. But I also got an author now who's offered to asked me to join them to collab on a historical fiction book about South Africa and incorporating the refugee story into it. So I may very soon be working on a book project, which I haven't done in a couple of years now. So, but historical fiction is easier because it all just comes out of my head. I don't have to research or I don't have to do citations because there's no citations in a fiction book. Yep. Yeah, Meerkat, when people say I do nothing, they're full of it. Husband and I already had a meeting with the Colonel, but we'll definitely drive to fly to him on that side. Need to go back to the Colonel's videos. His RC wants to re-interview me, so needing to make sure my facts are straight. Well, Fred, all you got to do is tell the truth. Tell the truth, okay? To all my fellow refugees, your first and foremost important reason to become a refugee in this city should be because of your safety. Yep. Yeah, Heidi, it should be interesting. Yeah, so now I've got to follow through on it. Okay, Spartan God, no pressure, but that's the second time you mentioned it. What do you mean no pressure? You mentioned it twice now in the last 10 minutes. That's pressure. That's pressure. No pressure. Please read my email. No, it's no pressure. June 2nd, June 8th, June 7th, and in April you wrote to me too. Okay. Okay. Okay, first off, you're telling me you received an email on June 5th and you're telling me there's no movement. There is movement. You received an email on June 5th. Obviously, something's happening. June 5th. Your medicals expired. They're going to have to do them again. There's nothing I can do for that. Your case is active. Obviously, it's active. If they sent you an email telling you on June 5th what they told you, you have an active case. There's nothing that can be done, brother. The vet says, I have great respect for Colonel's journalistic integrity. The man cannot be bought. He takes knocks for the sake of truth when things kick off, and it will. Nobody can report it better than you. Well, Devet, remember my reportage of the fire? Remember that? That was on the other channel. Let me see if I can get to the other channel. Hang on a second. That was epic, wasn't it? And that was right before they took my channel away. I thought that was awesome. I thought I'd really come into my own on that. Wow, Newspod's really got a big audience, much bigger than mine. So that was... that Chris Wyatt, that real Chris Wyatt. Let's go there. Okay. You're welcome, Spartan God. I'm not dismissing you. I'm just saying that, let me see if I can't. I'm just saying that there is movement, okay? Okay, keep town fire. Okay. Let's see if I can find a video on this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, an hour and 48 minutes. This one here. So let's see this one. It only has 164 views. Wow, that's insane. It's an hour and 48 minutes. This is one where Paulie was a firefighter and he was visiting his wife in Cape Town, and the fire came right up within like 10 meters of their property. He had to fly back to Gauteng, and when he got back to Gauteng, I interviewed him. Yep. That's northwest, near Rustenburg. On a sad and tragic day in the mother city of Cape Town, where a massive fire, which we yet to know the source of or cause of. Let's not speculate. There's lots of interesting speculation out there to talk about, but let's be concerned about the firefighter who's been injured, as well as the incalculable damage done to South Africa's cultural heritage and to the damage done to the University of Cape Town's library, one where one can only imagine how many precious books, manuscripts have been lost forever as a consequence of this fire. As to the regards to the competence of those fighting the fire, let's hold off commentary on that. But it does appear that there is some very strange happenings with this fire in Cape Town today. Welcome, folks. No, I'm not picking up smoke from the fire in Cape Town on this side of the Atlantic, just sporting my South Africa face mask. Anyway, folks, I have a compilation of video I'm going to show you here in just a moment. It's about 6 minutes long. It's a video compiled from a number of sources who provided video that they've taken during the day in Cape Town, South Africa, on a fire that started apparently on Table Mountain. It destroyed the Rhodes Memorial Restaurant. It destroyed historic Mustart's Mill. It has destroyed the University of Cape Town's precious library, and apparently some residents as well as people's motor vehicles up at the restaurant. You will see a video from Liz Lombard, who posted on Twitter that she was trying to escape the fire. You also see someone who, I don't know who it was, but he's up near the fire. He's talking about it getting closer, and I hope he got out of there safely. A fire can leap hundreds of feet in a split second, and for those who've actually fought fires in the past, those are professional firefighters and those who've had roles in it. I have on occasion been involved in help putting these things out. You cannot take them for lightly. A fire is quite serious, particularly when wind is involved. It can jump and entrap you. We lose firefighters in the mountain states and out west of the United States every season fighting forest fires. You can't take this lightly. But Liz Lombard escaped the fire apparently, but her vehicle was destroyed. Hopefully she's safe now. Thank you for the footage, Liz, which I've gotten from her Twitter account, as well as AJG Molyneux, who is apparently a crime reporter in Cape Town, who covered some of the video from the UCT library, and I'll provide that as well. The other folks are nameless as people are multiply sharing videos. It's hard for me to ascertain the origin of many of these videos. Please stick with me. You'll see still images and video, which I'm going to play for the next 6 minutes about what has happened in Cape Town today, the mother city. So here we go.
Guys, you don't understand how fast this is going. It's with me in seconds. It's right on me. Here it is, here it is, here it is. I'm gonna have to bolt. I'm gonna have to go. The heat's hitting me, the smoke's hitting me. It's here, it's up there, it's there, it's there. Can you hear it? It's got behind me. There it is.
So get out.
Insane. Jesus, this is hot.
Then get out.
This is hot. I better go. There's a helicopter coming to drop water.
And it was arson. This was arson.
I'm trying to outrun the fire. I think my car just got burnt at Rhodes Memorial. It's spreading like wildfire.
And the firemen were there and they couldn't get it out because it was way up high. There it goes. 3.5 centuries of history torched. It's insane. 1,000 first language Afrikaans speaking Asian South Africans. and over 8 to 9 million mixed-race colored South Africans whose first language is Afrikaans. The end of the injuries, and hopefully this fire is put under control. Courtney says, I'll be attending my first ever Major League Rugby match with the Warriors versus the Sabercats. Well, cool. I postponed. I was supposed to go to New York today to cover Major League Rugby United New York versus Old Glory DC. There's no spectators, but those who know people in the club were given a limited invitation to come there as guest of the club. I was one of them, and I intended to go there and then write a story about it. And it would have been very good for me because build more contacts in Major League Rugby. But unfortunately, I decided not to go because this was more important to me, this breaking fire in Cape Town. Because, all right, I was going to rugby that day, and which is helping my chance to become a rugby broadcaster, and I gave it up to cover that fire because it was a breaking story. Only 164 views. Yeah. Somebody said, this is such old news, move along. I said, piss off, loser. No, I'd say footsec. Footsec, loser. The video was live 5 years ago. I called him a deuce, but I'll take that off. Okay. Footsec, loser. Unbelievable, stupid people. This is old news, move along. 6 months ago. So 164 views. So all these idiots, oh, he's seeking validation. Oh, it's all, good God. 164 views is what I got in this video from April 20th of 2021, just right before my channel was taken down. It was taken down that next day. So 164 views. That's all I got. Oh, I'm sorry. That's on this channel. It's not on the other channel. Okay. Old Glory DC. I reloaded it on this channel. Those who know people in the club. Yeah, sorry. That's actually on this channel. It's not on my original channel. I thought it was on my original channel. Huh. Why is it not on my original channel? Oh, because I hit all my lives. That's why it's not there. Yeah, so that's on this channel. So, whatever. Stupid people should wear signs. Anyway. They should wear signs. I didn't know any firemen died in that fire. That's news to me. We took over our neighborhood farms. It broke down per usual. They burned the wrong month and day. Yep. Meerkats, the only reason I'm on podcasts like Biz News is because the Colonel, I have no reason to watch it now anymore. Yeah, I'm not on Biz News right now. So I don't know. Maybe I'll be back. Who knows? Anyway. It was a horrible fire. Spook says, I love your channel. I love being here every day. Just know that we appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Jules wants to know if it's wrong for her to encourage someone who's struggling decent work to apply for the program. Jules, you have to make a decision for yourself. I mean, I wouldn't encourage people. I would make them aware of it. I don't encourage anybody. I've never encouraged... somebody tell me that I've encouraged you to come here. Nope. I've just answered your questions. I don't encourage anyone to come here. I don't discourage anyone. Just make them aware of it, you know. That's there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, these bookcases are here, but I mean, I bought those and I think I got them in BJ's. It wasn't Costco. Yeah, well, you used to see my basement books. A lot of books. Yep. Gary, refugee happy in Chicago. Yeah, send me an email. That's fine. I'll try to get to it. Stay off my lawn. Yeah, that's a fun song. I enjoy that. Okay, so copy. I'm going to forward this email. I'm going to forward a message I sent to somebody. Sent. No, that's not it. I think it's before that. Good Lord. Here we go. Okay, this is the person. Okay. Forward to paste. Okay. All right, so that's taken care of. Somebody wanted to volunteer to help South Africans. This is South Africans, so I needed some information, and I got it. And now I pass it on. Still haven't got an answer on the other one yet. We're patient until we're not. Yeah, Devet, that's a true statement. Gary says, thank you very much. You're welcome, Gary. From the Meadows, no, it's not, but you can make an appointment. I pay for my daughter's matrix photos. They need donations, maintenance, and upkeep. Ah, okay. All right, Heidi. Cool. Okay. Well, I can make a donation. I make donations to museums all the time. All righty, cool. So, did you not see your email yet? Dude, you just sent it to me like 5 seconds ago. Are you serious? What is this? Someone sent me some. Oh, somebody sent me something about someone doing a video. They're doing a documentary. They're saying Bobby von Yarsfeld's involved and Brendan Piper. Well, that'd be interesting. Unfortunately, I won't be around for this. I don't think. So thanks to people who sent that. No, I've looked at my email. There's nothing there. I just went to my email, and that was there. Where was I just at? Come on. Oh, that's where it's at, yeah. No, I have nothing from you. Nope. Nothing there. You're telling me, look at the mail, Gary. I just looked at it. What are you sorry about, man? I just looked at my email. There's nothing there. Oh, there you go, Jules. Nothing wrong with that. Ooh, Lindsay got a new knee. Oh, I hope that went well. But you have an infection. Oh, he's asking for my email. Who's asking for my email? One of the mods, please post the email. I thought, okay, I'm getting confused. Oh, you don't know my email address. So someone mods post my email, please. It's on the channel. I mean, people don't understand YouTube. It kills me. People put links in like, well, you didn't get my link. Well, it's because you can't post it. One of the mods here? Any mods? Somebody post it really quickly for Gary? Okay. All right. So I'm still waiting to hear back, and I've been waiting hours to hear back, so I guess I'm not going to hear tonight about the Greenville meet and greet. So that's already ready, but the Decatur one's already done. So again, this is the Decatur meet and greet. This will be on Friday at 4 p.m. As long as I can make it. I think I'll make it by 4 p.m., so it should be fine, unless the flight's delayed. So this is on Friday in Decatur, Georgia. So this will be my, I think, 25th meet and greet. I have to count them and see. Or 24th. 24th or 25th. We'll see. So here is the meet and greet in Decatur this weekend. So if you are in the area and like to come to it, there you go. That's the one. Friday, June 12th, 4 p.m. and Kensington Road, Kenridge Apartments, Decatur, Georgia. Now, a lot of people don't understand how YouTube works. It's understandable. It's not the most straightforward thing at times. But you can't comment or you can't post a link if you're not a moderator or content creator. And the email is on the channel at the About tab. Okay, so let me count them up now. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22. So not 25. I thought I had more. Maybe I missed one here. So at least 22 meet and greet locations around the country. And this weekend I'll add at least 2 more, possibly 3. So if I do one in Monroe, which I'm not sure is going to happen, that could get me to 25 meet and greets in America. So Yep. Cool beans. All right, so Gary got it. Sally put in there. Thank you, Sally. All right, CB, have a good day. All right, so I'm going to have to go brush my teeth before I go to bed with this anti-cavity toothpaste with sodium fluoride and tricalcium phosphate. Sounds like some chemical thing. Is that safe? Well, my dentist told me to use it, so. Oh, yeah, the coat of arms on the Isle of Man with the legs, the 3 legs. That's pretty cool. Yep, that's pretty cool. How did I miss that? That's not over here. You want a song? We can do a song. We can do a song. So I cleaned my inbox and the email account that had 24,000 emails in it unread. I got it. I was spent 2 days cleaning it, and I got down to 1,000, and I'm back up to 2,400 just a couple days later of unread ones, and I read messages in there. So that's my personal email account. So just to give you an idea. So let's see. People sent me some music, but I haven't listened to it yet, so I'm not going to play it. Puppy treats we've already done. Okay. Did I show you guys the photos? Oh, let me show you the photos that were sent to me. Who sent these to me? Okay, let's do this. I meant to do this. Did I show these photos? I thought I did. Okay, so here we go. This is an apartment, one of the refugees. This is where they live. It's lovely. Bathroom, nicer than mine. Mine's bigger. Bedroom. Xylitol is to give you saliva. I'm okay on the saliva issue. This is where a refugee lives. I think this is Neff. Is this Neff? Is this your apartment? Look at that kitchen. It's nice. Beautiful fridge. My stove and microwave are pretty much the same like that. The same countertop I have in my house. Washer and dryer. And that's it. Love the puppies. Love the puppies. Hey, George. What's up, man? Maine says, thank you for all the hard work you do. Yeah, speaking of which, I need to contact everybody's in Maine about me seeing refugees when I come up there. I'm looking at roughly... Yeah, no, so people are like, all the refugees live in horrible accommodations. That's a lie. Some do. Not all do. I'm looking at probably 21 June through the 26th. Probably. Maybe the 27th. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. Good night, Manny. North Dakota is going to be a time before I get to North Dakota. It's kind of far out there, so... So, I'm going to have to look something up when I'm done. Independence become mainstream. Oh, I did promise a song and we got distracted by that. Sorry. I did promise a song, so let's get a song here. I will not go. I'm not going to play that one. What else we got here? Come on. Eugene Terre Blanche. Where are my songs at? I'm not finding my songs. Oh, this is frustrating. Definitely not right. This is a while ago. Well, that's weird. I'll just go to Suno then. It's just easier to do it that way at this stage. Oh, boy. Let's see. Come on. A little faster here, Suno. Library. Okay. Don't get upset. Oh, yeah, that's... Did it actually make that? Okay, this is weird. Oh, that's what I want to do. Okay. Afrophobia, man. Lambs in a line. Human rights for humans. Yeah, here we go. Let's do that one.
Lads, gather round now. Pull up a chair, grab a pint, and let me tell you the curious tale of little Ronnie and the giant. Hey! Well, down in Cape Town Parliament, beneath the cameras bright, a minister stepped boldly up to lecture wrong from right. Ronnie waved his finger high with all the wisdom he assumes, then tripped upon his own big words and crashed across the room. He called across the ocean wide to 70 million souls, declared them all barbarians with hearts as black as coal. He thundered they deny the rights all decent folks demand, then accidentally mocked himself before the whole damn land. Human rights for humans, well, who else would they be for? The goldfish and the parakeets, the donkey at the store. Human rights for humans, a genius takes the floor. He opens up his mouth so wide his boot comes flying out once more. Now Ronnie climbed the ladder fast, though no one quite knows how. Perhaps the ANC was drunk when they anointed him somehow. From justice to foreign affairs they proudly gave promotion, as every speech he makes creates a fresh diplomatic commotion. He spins tall tales and nonsense lines with confidence absurd. Half the pub starts laughing before he's finished every word. The journalists keep writing it, the diplomats all groan, while Ronnie keeps on rambling like a bagpipe badly blown. Human rights for humans, raise another pint and cheer. The deeper that the lad thinks, the lessons we all hear. Human rights for humans, the philosophy profound, like a rooster giving lectures while he's pecking at the ground. Oh, brave little Ronnie marched up to the mic to wrestle the giant America. But the giant just blinked and scratched his great chin, while Ronnie kept shouting hysteria. He called them racists, villains too, with outrage loud and grand. But half the world just tilted heads and asked, what's wrong with this man? I. Fill it up again, boys! Every pub from Cork to Joburg laughs into their beer. Whenever Ronnie gives a speech, the punchline soon appears. For every mighty giant needs a comic little foe, and Ronnie plays the part so well wherever winds may blow. Still, perhaps we should thank the lad for all the joy he brings. For few men turn diplomacy into comedy routines. He may not grasp philosophy or history or facts, but saints above he gives the pubs material by the stacks. Human rights for humans, sing it loud and sing it clear. If wisdom were a whiskey shot, Ronnie'd still want beer. Human rights for humans, the scholars all applaud, for no one else could make a phrase sound quite so strange and odd. Human rights for humans, now lift your mugs once more and pray the next great speech he gives ain't dumber than before. Ronnie lad, next round's on the philosopher.
Philosopher.
Hi, hi, hi.
Human rights for humans. Yeah, so Venant Lawrence wants me to recommend places to visit in Rapid City area other than Mount Rushmore. Yeah, the Crazy Horse Monument. You should go there. Absolutely. The Crazy Horse Monument. Let's go to maps and Rapid City, South Dakota. One of my favorite places. I've stayed there before. Rapid City, South Dakota. Let's take a look at that. It's beautiful. That's just where you're just starting to get into a nice area there. So let's take a look here. So now I'm recommending vacation spots for people. Isn't this wild? All right, there you go. So there's the map of Rapid City. You got the Journey Museum, Museum of Geology. You've got a water park. I don't know if there's any kids. The South Dakota Air and Space Museum. And then, of course, you've got an air base there. What's the air base at? Why is it not showing up on the map? Is that it? No, that's the civilian airport. Ellsworth, there you go. Ellsworth Air Force Base. Yep, that's where the museum's at. Ellsworth rocks. Oh, that's a camp. Where's Ellsworth at? It doesn't show it on the map there. Hang on a second. Now I'm confused. Ellsworth Air Force Base. Where the hell's that at? It should be right there. Okay, Ellsworth. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's where it's at. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ellsworth is awesome. That's where it's at. Okay. Yeah. So in the area too, around there, you've got the reptile gardens, which are down here. That's good for kids. But you've also got the Crazy Horse Monument. Where's that at? Black Hills Caverns are over here. That's kind of cool. Where's the Crazy Horse Monument? It's not far from here. Where the hell's it at? Okay, let me use the other map to find it. Crazy Horse Monument. Memorial. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's a little bit of drive. That's why it wasn't showing up on the map. But the Crazy Horse is near there. So it's a little bit of a drive. You drive from Rapid City down. It's over here. It's right there. Indian Museum of North America, which is pretty cool. But the Crazy Horse Monument is really awesome. They're still, this has taken decades. That's where they're at now. That's how far they've gotten. So they're making Crazy Horse out of that. Face is done. Yep. And that's what it's eventually going to look like. Probably in 50 years. You can see the monument. You see the mountain behind there where they've carved it out. Crazy Horse in 1877 said, "My lands are where my dead are buried." And he was right about that. Anyway, there it is from a distance. That's a pretty cool sight to see. See, his hand is done. None of that was done when I was there in 89. The hand wasn't done. It's all done by private donations. Pretty cool stuff. So the Crazy Horse Monument is another thing in Rapid City. Yep. Oh, it is really incredible. Yep, it is something else. It is something else. No doubt about it. Yep, no doubt about it. Worth checking out. So, yeah. Other than that, there's camping and stuff like that around there. Deadwood is located north of there. I don't know how far you want to go, but Deadwood is. Yep. Yep. So, let me show you on the map here. So Rapid City. Rapid City is here, and if you go up 90. And then you get off over here on 14A, it'll take you to Deadwood. I mean, that's kind of a tourist spot to go to. Deadwood is famous, of course. So, you know. Deadwood's, yep, South Dakota. Deadwood, South Dakota. Yeah, it's a city in South Dakota for gold rush history. The cemetery is the graves of Wild West figures like Wild Bill Hickok and Calamity Jane. The Adams Museum include a huge gold nugget and plesiosaur fossil. Plesiosaur. Yep. So, yep, the Adams Museum. So, Deadwood. I've been there too. That's interesting. So, let's... why is this not coming up? Come on. Oh. So, here's... I can't blow it up, unfortunately. It won't let me go larger, but there's Deadwood downtown. So, historic Deadwood. It's the Adams Museum. Seth Bullock, who was the sheriff there. Anyway, Deadwood. It's a little ways from there, but it's close enough. Staying in a cabin close. Jack Ryan FM. Okay, all right. Maybe dangerous from Mel. Putting up the biggest aluminum production plant in the U.S. Reduced demand from China. Huh. That's interesting, Alan, but where are they getting their bauxite from? Guinea? That's where everybody's getting their bauxite from. You're welcome, Bonnie. We are almost on our way to visit children. Want to go explore a few places. Well, then that gives you a few places to explore. You're going to Rapid City. What are they here on H2A or are they refugees? So I did get something in the mail today. Check it out. That's not a very good name. Septics. Makes me think of the toilet. Septics. Anyway, these are Australia, New Zealand adapters. So I can plug in my laptop and mobile phone into the wall outlet when I get there for the World Cup. So anyway. So yep. So got those bad boys that came in the mail. So hold on to those for next year for the Rugby World Cup. Okay, cool. All right, we've been at this a while. It's probably time to rack it up here. We just played the Human Rights for Humans. Be sure to hit the like button. It's Tuesday. We have an interview with S.J. Duvanaga, who's a Freedom Front Plus politician who's applied for the refugee program and is still in South Africa. So it's been a while since I actually did a refugee interview with someone in South Africa. So, all right, cool beans. Other than the person who was upset about waiting still. But I mean somebody that's different situation. Yeah, what a name for adapters, septics. Not a good name. All right, guys, hit the like button if you haven't done it. Do we have any likes? 173. And some super chat revenue. Thank you for the super chats. Those who said appreciate that. Closing credits. There we go. Wait for what, Spartan God? Wait for what?